Hello, everyone. My name is Bernie Strom, and welcome to my YouTube channel broadcast. Today, we're going to be broadcasting my 1950 Boston Red Sox season replay using PC Replay Baseball. Let's go back to May 11th, 1950. We're at Fenway Park in Boston, and we're playing the Detroit Tigers. So let's go to the game. Here we go. We're on the lineup screen. And once again, if you listen to my previous broadcasts, you will know that I let the AI pick the lineups for the teams. So here we go. There's a reason for that. I'll tell you what it is shortly. And as long as it looks good, I'll continue to use it. If it doesn't, I will keep pushing the button till I like one. And that one looks okay for Detroit. Let's go to Boston. And we'll push that button. And I don't play my games without Ted Williams, so we're going to push it again. There we go. Billy Goodman's at third base instead of Pesky. That one will work. And so we'll play this lineup. Anyway, the reason for it, in case you've missed it in the past, is that in the 1950 season, Ted Williams injured his elbow in the All-Star game and missed almost half the season, and the Red Sox lost the pennant by 4 games. I'm replaying this season, hoping that Williams will not be injured, and I will not lose the pennant by 4 games. So here we go. Let's go down to the field.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we invite you to rise and please sing as John Kiley plays our national anthem.
Replay Radio is live from Boston. Top of the first.
Here we go at the top of the first inning. This is the first game of a doubleheader on May 11th, and the lineups go this way. Johnny Lipton is at shortstop, batting first for Detroit. Batting second, Jerry Pretty at second base. Batting third, George Kell at third base. Batting fourth, in right field, Vic Wertz. Batting fifth in left field, Hoot Evers. Batting sixth, Johnny Groth. He is in center field. Don Calloway is batting seventh at first base. Bob Swift is catching and batting eighth. And Art Houtman is the pitcher and batting ninth. In the field for the Red Sox, we have Goodman at third, Stevens at short, Dorr at second, Dropo at first. Williams, DiMaggio, and Zarilla, as usual, in the outfield. Bertie Teppets catching. We have Joe Dobson pitching. And this season, Joe Dobson ERA is 7.71. It's not that good, although his record is 1-1, because the Red Sox are a really good hitting team, as you will see during this game. The first batter coming up to bat is Johnny Lipton, and here's the pitch from Dobson. And there's a looping drive to center field. We'll see what happens here. We're going to be another roll. And it's a base hit. Lipton is on first.
No outs, man on first.
Stepping to the plate is Jerry Pretty. Jerry Pretty made his major league debut on April 17th, 1941 for the New York Yankees. Dobson strikes him out.
1 out, men on first.
And we go to George Kell. George Kell has had quite a career. He had a major league batting average of .306 in his career with over 2,000 hits. He made his major league debut for the Philadelphia Athletics in September of 1943. And let's roll the dice. A rare play. We're going to roll the dice a couple more times. The infamous dribbler to the mound. We're going to throw him out at first base if he's slow enough. But he's not, and Kell gets a single. Runners on first and second.
1 out, men on first and second.
Vic Wertz. Vic Wertz is a player that used to play for the Red Sox in the early 60s, and actually I've seen him play in person, so that goes to show you how old I am. Dobson throws the ball. It's a ground ball to second, and he's going to get the force play at second for this 2 outs.
2 outs, men on first and third.
Hoot Evers is coming to the plate. Hoot Evers' major league career began in 1941 on September 16th, and he broke in with the Detroit Tigers. And he hits a fly ball to center field to end the inning.
No runs, 2 hits, and 2 left on. Bottom of the first.
Now we go to the bottom of the first. Detroit had no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and the Red Sox are coming to bat. Let's go over the Red Sox lineup. We have Dom DiMaggio batting first in center field. Billy Goodman batting second at third base. Ted Williams in left field batting third. Vern Stevens batting fourth at short. Walt Dropo at first batting fifth. Bobby Doerr at second batting sixth. Al Zarilla in right field batting seventh. Bertie Tebbets catching and batting eighth, with Joe Dobson pitching and batting ninth. And Houtman's ready to pitch to Dom DiMaggio. And there's a single to right field to start the game.
No outs, men on first.
Billy Goodman comes to the plate. He's batting .435 in this young season with a home run and 9 RBIs. But we're going to see if Dom DiMaggio is going to steal second. Let's roll the dice. And he is not. The runner's going to hold.
No outs, men on first.
Now we're going to pitch to Billy Goodman. The ground ball to third base. It's a hard shot down the line. Let's see what happens if Kell can catch it. He cannot. It's going to go for a double. And DiMaggio's going to go into third. We're going to hold the runner.
No outs, men on second and third.
And right away we have runners on second and third for Ted Williams. And there it goes, deep into the seats. Probably in right field. They don't tell me in this game. But if it was deep into the seats,
3 RBIs today.
it would have to be in right or center field because there's no seats in left field.
No outs, bases empty.
And that's how to start a game for the Red Sox. Vern Stevens steps up. He is batting .395 for the year so far. 4 home runs, 22 runs batted in. And he flies out to center field for the second out of the inning. First out of the inning, sorry.
1 out, bases empty.
Walt Dropo steps up. He's only been up 36 times this year. He's got 2 home runs, batting .389. And he hits a grounder to third base. He's out at first, 2 away.
2 outs, bases empty.
Bobby Doerr steps up. He's batting a mighty .453 so far this season with 4 home runs, 18 runs batted in, and now you know why Joe Dobson's 1-1 with an almost 8 ERA. Bobby Doerr walks.
2 outs, men on first.
Houtman is not doing well. Alzarilla's stepping up. He's batting .369 with a home run and 16 RBIs. And he's going to hit a double off the wall and left. Let's see if Bobby Doerr is going to score. We're going to have to roll the dice one more time to find out. And he's going to hold. It's that left field wall at Fenway Park.
2 outs, men on second and third.
And there goes Al Houtman. He's going to be threatened to take out here by the AI manager since he just went into his B grades.
Two outs, bases loaded.
Well, if my guess is if the pitcher Joe Dobson gets a hit, the pitcher's gone. And he hits a single to right field. Vic Ritz picks it up, throws it in. It's more than a single. He's going to go to second. The Red Sox have scored 5 runs now in the bottom of the first inning.
2 outs, men on second and third.
They're leaving him in. Unbelievable. Dom DiMaggio is up for the second time in the inning. And he's going to have an infield single. Kevitz is going to score. It's now 6-0 Red Sox.
2 outs, men on first and third.
Well, we're having a pitching event here, and it's a wild pitch. Maybe. Houtman's got a good 5 there. We've got to throw a 6 to get it to be a wild pitch. It isn't.
2 outs, men on first and third.
Billy Goodman up for the second time this inning. He doubled his first time up. And we have another roll. It's going to be a big inning. And there's a base hit. To right, Dom DiMaggio is holding at second. Maybe going to third. We'll find out. And he does. It is now 7-0 Boston.
2 outs, men on first and third.
This is quite an inning. They're leaving the pitcher in. They must have a problem with their bullpen. Ted Williams steps up with runners on first and third. He hit a home run, his third of the year in the first inning. And he's going to hit one in the gap. Let's see if Johnny Groth is going to be able to track it down. He is not. Williams now has 5 RBIs in the inning.
5 RBIs today.
That's a double for Ted Williams.
2 outs, man on second.
Vern Stevens steps to the plate. And that's going to mercifully end the inning.
8 hits and 1 left on. Top of the second.
Here we go. Dobson has been staked to a 9-run lead. Let's see if he can hold it. Ground ball to third. It's off his glove for a single. Johnny Groth singles to start the inning.
No outs, man on first.
Don Calloway steps to the plate. He hits a ground ball to second. It's going to first, second base to first. It's a double play.
2 outs, base is empty.
Joe Dobson's going to face Bob Swift. Swift it's only his second at bat this season. And he hits a short fly ball to left field, and the inning's over.
No runs, 1 hit, and none left on.
At the end of 1.5, it's Boston 9, the Tigers nothing.
Bottom of the second. They're making the call to the bullpen.
Well, it's about time. Walt Dropo steps up. He grounded to third his first time up. He's batting .378 with 2 home runs, 11 RBIs this season. And there's another looping drive to right field. Let's see what happens now after we roll the dice. It's a base hit. Dropo's on first, nobody out.
No outs, men on first.
Bobby Doerr steps to the plate. He walked his first time up. Currently batting .453. 4 home runs, 18 runs batted in. And he strikes him out. Hal White is
One
doing
out, men on first.
pretty good compared to the Houtman. Ground ball to short. Throws to first for the out. Tropo goes to second, and Zarilla is retired.
2 outs, men on second.
Bertie Tebbetts steps up. Tebbetts is batting .143, 2 home runs, 8 RBIs. Let me tell you something about Hal White here before we go any further. I happen to know that Hal White made his major league debut on April 22nd, 1941 for the Detroit Tigers. And his win-loss record for his career was 46-54. He wasn't a superstar by any means, but he stuck around with his team quite a while. And he's now going to pitch to Bertie Tebbetts. Tebbetts hits a ground ball to second, throws to first, and the inning's over.
No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on.
At the end of 2, Red Sox 9 runs, 9 hits, no errors. Tigers, no runs, 3 hits, and no errors.
Top of the third.
Here we go. Hal White is going to bat. And he hits a fly ball to Dom DiMaggio, and Dom puts it away for out number 1.
1 out, bases empty.
Johnny LaPon is batting. Dobson allowed him to have a single his first time up. He's batting .268, no home runs, 3 RBIs. And he walks. He's been on twice today.
1 out, men on first.
Jerry Pretty batting .283, 1 home run, 6 RBIs, is about to face Dobson. But before anything happens with this at bat, we're going to see what happens with this pitch. It possibly is a wild pitch. If it's a 5 or 6, it is. And it isn't. The pitch is blocked by Bertie Tebbetts.
1 out, men on first.
Here we go. Fly ball to left field, and Williams puts it away for the out.
2 outs, men on first.
George Kell coming to the plate, batting .359, no home runs, 8 RBIs this season. Dobson looks in at him and throws. Ball
2 outs,
2.
men on first.
Let's roll him again. And there's a deep fly ball to right field. Zarilla's going to put it away
No
for
runs,
the out.
no hits, and 1 left on.
At the end of 2.5 innings, it's the Red Sox 9, the Tigers nothing.
Bottom of the third.
Joe Dobson's coming to the plate. Joe Dobson singled against, I believe it was against Houtman. But he's going to strike out, 1 away.
1 out, bases empty.
Dom DiMaggio stepping to the plate. Dom had his major league debut April 16th, 1940. And I read something interesting about him. He retired, I believe, in 1953. Let me check. Yes, May 9th, 1953. The manager of the Red Sox, whose name escapes me at the time, decided to go with a youth movement and named a new center fielder for the Red Sox and was going to bench Dom DiMaggio. He decided it was his time to retire instead of hang around, so that's why he retired in May of 1953, and Hal White's about to pitch. And there's 2 away.
2 outs, bases empty.
Billy Goodman is doubled and singled in this game already. He's batting .453, a home run, 10 RBIs, and in real life, he wins the 1950 American League batting title. He takes his base.
2 outs, men on first.
Ted Williams, who's batting .342, is about to step to the plate. By the way, .342 is his lifetime batting average. He's got 6 home runs, 23 RBIs. He's doubled and homered in this game. And I believe he's got 5 runs batted in. And something's going to happen now. Let's see. And it's his 3rd hit of the game. Goodman's going around to third.
2 outs, men on first and third.
Vern Stevens is going to step to the plate, batting .386, 4 home runs, 22 runs batted in. He flied to center field and grounded to second base in the game. And he grounds to short, to first. That's the inning.
No runs, 1 hit, and 2 left on.
At the end of 3, 9-0 Boston.
Top of the 4th.
Vic Wertz coming to the plate. When I saw him play, he played first base for the Boston Red Sox. He made his major league debut April 15th, 1947 with the Tigers. He hit 266 major league home runs in his career. In this season, in the PC replay game, he's batting .327 with 8 home runs, 23 runs batted in. Ball's hit to first, and he's going to take it unassisted, 1 away.
1 out, base is empty.
Hoot Evers coming to the plate. Hoot Evers is a 2-time All-Star. He made the All-Star team in 1948, and again in this season, 1950. If you look down at his card here, he batted .323 for the season with 21 home runs. So far this year, in the replay, he's at .267 with 3 home runs and 16 runs batted in. And he pops it up to second. Door puts it away for the out.
2 outs, base is empty.
Joni Groth is coming up. He has played for the Detroit Tigers on 2 different occasions. He started his career in 1946, played through 1952. Then he bounced around for a few years and came back from 1957 to 1960 and played for Detroit. Well, I think something's going to happen here. Possibly. And it's a base hit. 2 away, runner on first.
2 outs, men on first.
Don Callaway is coming up. He is batting .344 with a home run and 8 RBIs. He batted .289 for this season in real life. And he hits a line drive, single to center field. There could be extra bases. Let's see what happens. There is not extra bases. And Groth is holding at second.
2 outs, men on first and second.
Runners on first and second. 2 away. Red Sox leading 9-0. Don Callaway is up. He began his major league career September 16th, 1940 for the Chicago White Sox. And he is, for the season, batted .227 with just 2 home runs in part-time duty. And this is only his 3rd at bat here in the 1950 replay. And he hits a grounder to second, over to first.
No runs, 2 hits, and 2 left on. Bottom of the 4th.
At the end of 3.5, it's still Boston 9, Detroit nothing. Walt Tropo coming up. Walt Tropo has grounded to third and singled in his 2 times up so far today. And he hits the ball to second. It's out at first.
1 out, base is empty.
Bobby Doerr comes to the plate. He's walked and struck out. And he hits a deep fly ball to left. Hoot Evers is putting it away right in front of the wall. And
2 outs, bases empty.
there's 2 outs. Al Zarilla stepping to the plate. He's double grounded to short. And he flies out to left field to end the inning.
They go down quietly, nothing doing this half inning. Top of the 5th.
At the end of 4, it's Boston 9, Detroit nothing. Let's see if Hal White's going to get pinch hit for here.
The manager calls for a pinch hitter.
The AI is pretty good in PC replay baseball. It's not the best I've seen, but it's certainly far from the worst. Joe Ginsberg coming up. He's facing Dobson. And he's going to walk. Runner on first, and there's nobody out.
No outs, man on first.
Johnny LaPon's coming to the plate. He's singled, he's walked, he's batting .268 for the year, no home runs, 3 RBIs, and he was the manager of the Cleveland Indians, believe it or not, at one time. 1971, he will manage the Cleveland Indians. He also played for the Boston Red Sox in 1952 and 1953. But right now, today, he's the leadoff hitter for the Detroit Tigers. And he hits a line drive single to center field. Joe DiMaggio may mishandle the ball. We're going to have to roll the dice to find out. He did not. And it's a base hit, and Ginsberg holds at second.
Men on first and second.
Jerry Pretty steps to the plate against Dobson. His one career highlight, he was a World Series champion in 1941 when he played for the New York Yankees. And he hits a single to center field. Are we going to come home? Let's see what happens. Nope, that's it. The bases are loaded.
No outs, bases loaded.
I guess we don't want to take extra bases when we're 9 runs down. George Kell steps to the plate. No home runs, 8 RBIs for the season. He's batting .354. He's singled and he flied out to right field so far today. That could possibly be a home run. And this game may get closer here in a minute. It does not. It's a base hit. Single to center. We're going to allow the next runner to score. And it's 9-2.
No outs, men on first and second.
Vic Wertz is coming up. Vic Wertz has grounded to second, grounded to first unassisted. He's batting .321 with 8 home runs and 23 RBIs. And he's singled to center. Let's see what happens. We're going to allow another run because we don't want that guy to get to third with less than 2 outs. It's 9-3, and the Red Sox may get someone warming up in the bullpen.
No outs, men on first and second.
Detroit has scored 3 runs without the benefit of an out so far this inning. The runners on first and second. Hoot Evers, who's flied to center and popped out to the second baseman, is facing Joe Dobson. And he flies out to center field, and Dom DiMaggio puts it away for the out.
1 out, men on first and second.
Joni Groth steps to the plate. I think I'm pronouncing it right. I'm going to look it up and find out later. However, that's how I'm going to do it today. He is batting .367, no home runs, 7 RBIs for the season. And he singled twice in today's game. He hits a ground ball to second. There's a force out at second base. The runner's going to go to third, and he's going to reach first on the fielder's choice.
2 outs, men on first and third.
Joe Dobson's going to see if Groth is going to steal. That's an interesting move, 6 runs behind. Let's see what happens. Well, there we go. We're going to see if there's a balk, and since he's got a 1, there's going to be a balk unless this is a 1. run scores. Growth goes to second, 9-4.
2 outs, man on second.
This game will get interesting if Don Colloway, who is grounded into a double play and single, gets a hit here. He hits a short fly ball. The left, Williams puts it away, and that's
4
it.
runs, 4 hits, and 1 left on.
At the end of 4.5, it's a little closer now. It's Boston 9 and the Tigers 4.
Bottom of the 5th. They're making the call to the bullpen.
Saul Rogovan is coming in. Let's see how he did this. In 1950, he had a 4.50 ERA, a 2.1 win-loss record, pitched 40 innings, and a whip, which they didn't have in those days, of 1.63, which for 1950 I think was pretty good. Bertie Tebbett steps in against the new pitcher. Hits a ground ball to first, and he's going to flip to the pitcher, covering, 1 away.
1 out, bases empty.
Joe Dobson is going to be pinch hit for. I think we've taken him as far as he can go, and he can win the game if, in fact, they keep the lead. Johnny Pesky's coming in to pinch hit. Pesky this year is batting .260, no home runs, 2 RBIs. And let's see what happens. We're going to have to roll it again here in a second. Anything over 23, and we got a single, and it's a base hit. Pesky's on first, 1 away.
1 out, man on first.
Dom DiMaggio's singled twice and struck out in this game. He's batting .327. He pops it up to second. There's 2 away.
2 outs, man on first.
Billy Goodman, who's batting .453, has doubled and singled and walked. Rogovan is pitching to Billy Goodman. Here we go. And there's a single to right field. Pesky's on his way to third. Wertz tosses it into second.
2 outs, men on first and third.
And Ted Williams will step to the plate. He's had quite a day today. Ted Williams has hit a home run, doubled, and singled. He's a triple away from the cycle. And he flies out to left field to end the inning.
No runs, 2 hits, and 2 left on.
At the end of 5 innings, it's Boston 9 runs, 12 hits, no errors, and Detroit 4 runs, 9 hits, and no errors.
Top of the 6th.
We need to put a new pitcher in here. Let's see where we're going to go with this one. We can do almost anything. I think we're going to go right here. Charlie Shantz, who this year has a .257 ERA in 7 innings that he's pitched. He pitched a lot worse in real life with an .834 ERA in 22 innings for the Red Sox. But let's see how he does against Bob Swift, who's flied to left and grounded to second. He walks him. And the pitcher spot is coming up next.
No outs, men on first.
He's going to let him hit. Ball hit to first. Over to second for 1. Back to first.
That's
a
their
double
second
play.
double play turn today.
I would have pinch hit for him, but that's just me.
2 outs, bases empty.
Johnny LaPond coming up. He's singled, walked, and singled, batting .281 for the season. He batted .293 in real life. Let's see what happens. He's going to walk. Well, Charlie Shantz is not doing that good, but he
2 outs, men on first.
Double play bailed him out of it. Could be a bad inning. Jerry Pretty's up. He's struck out, flied to left, and singled. And I can't believe they're going to steal, but they're going to try it. We got a problem here. There's an error in a pickoff attempt, and he's going to go to second.
2 outs, man on second.
This Red Sox team wasn't a very good fielding team. They've made a lot of errors this year. Jerry Pretty steps up. Like I said, he struck out, flied out to left, and singled. And he hit the ball to short. There's a possible error. We're going to have to roll the error here on Vern Stevens, who's a pretty good fielder. And he's not going to make an error. And the inning's over.
No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 left on.
The end of 5.5. Still Boston 9, Detroit 4.
Bottom of the 6th.
Here we go. Rogovin's still pitching. He's going to face Vern Stevens, who is flied out to center, grounded to second, grounded to short. One of the few players that hasn't got a hit today. And he might have one now because he's hit one towards the gap. Let's find out what happens. It's a double. It's off the wall. Stevens is standing on second. Evers throws it in.
No outs, man on second.
And Walt Dropo's about to come to the plate. He's grounded to third, singled, and grounded to second. 385 average this year, 2 home runs, 11 runs batted in. And he's going to walk.
No outs, men on first and second.
Rogovin is doing his best not to get out of this inning, but Bobby Doerr stepping to the plate, who's walked, struck out, flied to left. Bobby Doerr hit .294 for the season. In real life, he's batting .442 to start the year here in the PC Replay baseball season. He hits a ground ball to short, second to first double play. And there's 2 away. Stevens goes to third.
2 outs, men on third.
Al Zarilla's about to step up. Zarilla batted .325 in the in the real season with 9 home runs. He's got 1 home run this year, and batting .368 early here in the season. Runner on third, 2 away. Rogovin pitches, and Zarilla flies out to left field to end the inning.
No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on.
At the end of 6, Boston 9, Detroit 4.
Top of the 7th.
Charlie Shantz is going to see if he can get through this inning. George Kell's coming to the plate. He's singled, flied to right, and singled again. And he hits a third single for the day. It's into left field. He may be able to make it to second base. Let's see what happens. He does. It's a double.
No outs, man on second.
Runner on second, nobody out. Detroit is slowly getting back into this game. They've got 10 hits, 4 runs. Vic Wertz is stepping to the plate with 8 home runs, 24 RBIs, batting .333 for the year. He hits the ball to first. Kell's going to go to third as Dropo takes it to first unassisted.
1 out, man on third.
Shantz is going to face Hoot Evers. Hoot Evers flied to center, popped to second, flied to center a second time. He's batting .258 with 3 home runs, 16 RBIs. And he's going to have a base hit to left field. Kell is going to score. Williams throws it back in.
1 out, man on first.
And Detroit inches closer to the Red Sox. It's now 9-5. Joni Gross steps to the plate. He's batting .361 for the season. And he singles up the middle. Evers is going around to third.
1 out, men on first and third.
And we have Don Callaway coming to the plate. Runners on first and third, 1 away. The Red Sox are playing with fire here if they allow too many more hits. And there's a looping drive. We could have another one right now. Looks like it. It's a base hit. It's now going to be 9-6. Runners on first and second.
Men on first and second.
I think that's the end of that pitcher. Since it's in the 7th inning and the Red Sox need a good pitcher in, they're bringing in Ellis Kinder. Runners on first and second, one away. Bob Swift coming to the plate. Kinder is the Red Sox most reliable relief pitcher, and he starts sometimes.
You're going to use a pinch hitter.
Charlie Keller's coming to the plate. Keller has only been up 4 times this season, and he has yet to get a hit. And now he's up 5 times, and he's yet to get a hit. 2 away.
2 outs, men on first and second.
If they pinch hit for him, they got a pinch hit for the pitcher, wouldn't you think?
The manager calls for a pinch hitter.
Here we go, Aaron Robinson. Robinson is a .222 hitter. No home runs, 4 RBIs. And he is a part-time starting player for this team. Let's see what happens. He's going to hit the ball to first base, and he's going to be out unassisted.
2 runs, 4 hits, and 2 left on.
However, at the end of 6.5, the Tigers are inching ever closer to those 9 runs the Red Sox scored in the first inning. It is Boston 9, Detroit 6.
Bottom of the 7th. They're making the call to the bullpen.
Well, here we are in the bottom of the 7th inning. Bertie Tebbetts is going to step in against Paul Calvert. Bertie Tebbetts is a 38-year-old catcher here in 1950. He made his major league debut in 1936 with the Detroit Tigers. I remember him as a manager with the Cleveland Indians back when I first in the early 1960s. Anyway, here we go. He hits a ground ball to second. He's out at first. 1 away.
1 out, base is empty.
The next batter coming up is Ellis Kinder, and he's going to bat because I need to stay in there. And he pops out to third for the second out of the inning.
2 outs, base is empty.
Dom DiMaggio steps up. Let's see what he's done today. He's singled twice, struck out, popped to second. Calvert pitches. And he's going to pop out to second to end the inning.
And just like that, the inning's over.
At the end of 7, Red Sox 9, the Tigers 6.
Top of the 8th.
Kinder is going to face Johnny LaPone. He's singled, and walked. Well, if things are symmetric, he's going to single again. But they're not. He's grounds out, pitcher to first baseman, 1 away.
1 out, base is empty.
Jerry Pretty steps to the plate. He's struck out, flied to left, singled, and grounded to short. Ellis Kinder looks in. And there's a line drive single to right field. Al Zarilla we're going to have to roll to find out if he handles the ball well. He does not, and Pretty's going to second on the error by Al Zarilla.
1 out, men on second.
That's the Red Sox second error today. I told you earlier that they weren't a very good fielding team, and they're continuing their reputation. George Keller, who singled, flied to right, singled again and doubled is stepping in against Kinder. And he hits a ground ball to second, and he's going to be out at first. Pretty's going to go to third. 2 away.
2 outs, men on third.
Vic Wirtz steps up. He's a dangerous hitter. He's grounded to second, grounded to first, singled, and then grounded to first again in today's game. And Kinder walks him, recognizing he was dangerous.
2 outs, men on first and third.
And here we go again. A wild pitch, possibly. Well, that's a 5. That's very good, because the pitch is blocked and there was no wild pitch.
2 outs, men on first and third.
Hoot Evers stepping in. Wirtz at first, Pretty at third. Evers is flied to center, popped out to second, flied to center again and singled. And he lines directly to the second baseman door, didn't have to move.
No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 left on.
And the Red Sox get out of the 8th inning, still leading 9-6.
Bottom of the 8th.
Billy Goodman stepping in. He's doubled, singled, walked, and singled again. He's had a good day. There's a looping drive to left field. We're going to have another roll here in a second, see what happens. And he's going to single.
That's his 4th hit today.
Billy Goodman has had a good day.
No outs, men on first.
He's setting the table for Ted Williams, who's had even a better day. And we've got another roll. Anything but an 11's a base hit. Goodman's on his way to third.
That's his 4th hit today.
The Red Sox have pounded out 15 hits to 14 for the Tigers.
No outs, men on first and third. The first baseman is playing in.
Vern Stevens is coming up. Vern Stevens is flied to center, grounded to second, grounded to short and doubled. He is batting .389 for the season so far with 4 home runs, 22 runs batted in. Paul Calvert looks in and throws. And he hits a line drive. LePon leaps and catches it for the out.
1 out, men on first and third.
Walt Dropo stepping in. He's grounded to third, single, grounded to the second, walked. He's batting .385 for the season. And Calvert throws. And there's a double down the left field line. It's bouncing around in the corner. Ted Williams may hold the third, and he may not. Let's see what happens. He's going to be thrown out at the plate for the second out. Maybe. Let's see what happens. Oh, no, he's out, but let's see what Dropo does.
2 outs, man on second.
Dropo stays at second. Bobby Doerr stepping in. The Red Sox have scored what could be an insurance run. It's now 10-6. Bobby Doerr has walked, struck out, flied to left, grounded into a double play. Calvert throws, and he walked. Runners on first and second.
2 outs, men on first and second.
Al Zarilla stepping to the plate. He's doubled, grounded to short, flied to left twice. And he strikes out to end the inning.
1 run, 3 hits, and 2 left on.
Here we go to the top of the 9th. The Red Sox 10-16-2. Detroit 6-14-0.
Top of the 9th.
the bottom third of the order will face Ellis Kinder. Johnny Groth singled twice, grounded the second, and singled the third time. He hits a short fly ball that Williams puts away for out number 1.
1 out, bases empty.
Don Calloway stepping in. He's grounded into a double play, singled, fly to left, and singled again. He hits a ground ball to second, out at first. There's 2 away. Detroit is down to their last out.
2 outs, bases empty.
Frank House. Frank House has been up once. He is the catcher. Let's see what happens. And he hits a double to center field. Now he's been up twice. He's batting .500.
2 outs, man on second.
I'm sure there's going to be a pinch hitter here.
They're going to use a pinch hitter.
We're going to try to get out of this without bringing in another pitcher, but this will be Kinder's last batter, and either if he allows a hit or if he gets an out. And he hits a fly ball out to left field to end the game.
Wins the game. Until next time, this is Replay Radio signing off.
The Red Sox win this game 10-6. 10-16-2 for the Red Sox. And the Tigers had 6-15-0. It was quite a game. Winning pitcher Joe Dobson, he's 2-1. Art Houtman is the loser. He's 2-1. Once again, there's no saves in 1950, but Kinder's got it. Ted Williams is the MVP of the game. There were no injuries. The Red Sox are now 16-6 for the season. The Tigers are 9-7. Let's take a look at the schedule. But this is the first game of a doubleheader. We're going to hit a button here. We're going to see what happens not only in the rest of the league, but in the second game. Detroit gets even with the Red Sox. They beat them 6-4. Detroit 6-15-1. The Red Sox 4-9-1. Newhouser was the winner. Johnson, the loser for the Red Sox. Let's just peek at that box score for a second. The Ted Williams did not play in the second game, and that's pretty realistic. That would not have happened in real life. And Kell had 3 for 4 for the Tigers. Callaway went 3 for 5 for the Tigers. The Tigers had 30 hits today in these 2 games. That's quite an accomplishment. Let's see how the pitching staff did. The Red Sox pitching staff looked as bad as always. Hal Newhouser pitched a complete game win. That's a good-looking game there. If we close this one and go to this box score, we'll see that the Red Sox allowed 15 hits in this game. Groth went 3 for 5 for the Tigers. Kell went 3 for 5. For the Red Sox, Ted Williams had a great game, going 4 for 5 with 5 RBIs. Billy Goodman 4 for 4 with an RBI. The pitching staff didn't do that good, but they came away with the victory, as you can see here. If we close that, let's go around the rest of the league. The Yankees beat the St. Louis Browns at home 6-5 in the first game of a twin bill. In the second game, the Yankees beat them again 13-6. In Philadelphia, Cleveland defeated the A's 8-3. In Washington, D.C., the Senators beat the White Sox 6-3. In the National League, the Cubs lost at home to the Braves 4-1. And the Philadelphia Phillies defeated Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh 7-3. Let's take a look at the standings here after the 11th of May. The Red Sox are 16-7, 1 game behind the Yankees, so that doubleheader split cost them a little bit in the standings, but it's real early in the year, and Detroit is right up there with them. These 3 teams in real life finished 1, 2, and 3. Detroit, New York was first, Detroit was second, Boston was third in 1950 in real life, and the St. Louis Cardinals are a game ahead of the Boston Braves in the National League. Anyway, that was today's game. I appreciate you coming here. This has been a fun game, a lot of offense for the 1950 Red Sox. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate you being here. We'll see you on the channel for the next week's game. Be sure to follow the season as it progresses on Sports Replay's Facebook page. And I just wanted to wish you all a happy Thursday. So have a nice afternoon and evening, and we'll see you next